April 2019, Bhutan quietly entered Bitcoin mining when one Bitcoin was worth 5,000 US dollar. While much of the world was still debating Bitcoin, Bhutan was quietly mining it. Over the next few years, Bhutan accumulated thousands of Bitcoin, becoming one of the world's largest government Bitcoin holders. So when the world discovered that Bhutan had quietly become one of the world's largest government Bitcoin holders, many people reached the same conclusion. Was Bhutan gambling?
I bet you didn't know that Bhutan holds more Bitcoin than El Salvador.
October 29, 2024, around 929 Bitcoin, worth roughly 66 million US dollar, moved from wallets linked to Bhutan towards Binance. Just weeks later, another 367 Bitcoins, which is worth around 33.5 million US dollar, was transferred. And the movements continued. Then Bitcoin surged to a record highs, yet public blockchain tracker appeared to show Bhutan's holding falling. Soon a report began asking whether Bhutan was selling off its Bitcoin or even slowing down its mining operations. So what was actually happening? Or had the world misunderstood what Bhutan was actually doing? So let's find out. In May 2023, DHI partnered with Singapore-based technology company Big, and together they proposed a fund of up to 500 million US dollar. The goal was to develop carbon-free digital asset mining operation in Bhutan, powered by the country's renewable energy. And then came the infrastructure. Gedu, a 100 megawatt mining data center. Then in March 2024, construction began on something much bigger, Jimiling, a 500 megawatt data center. But here's what caught my attention. When DHI and Big announced the partnership, they didn't describe it simply as a way to make money from Bitcoin. They talked about something bigger.
I think you cannot run away from blockchain, cannot run away from AI, how blockchain and AI will combine the industry of money, if I may say.
Bhutan wasn't just building Bitcoin mines, it was beginning to build digital infrastructure. Because Bhutan wasn't buying Bitcoin like an ordinary investment, it was producing it. So what exactly had Bhutan built? One resources it already had, renewable hydropower, and used that energy to create a digital asset. Mining Bitcoin requires Bhutan to operate industrial-scale computing infrastructure and people capable of operating all of it. The Bitcoin was valuable, but so was the experience of building the system around it. Did any of this actually benefit Bhutan? Bhutan has already used Bitcoin-related revenues for public needs. Bitcoin was no longer just a number sitting in a digital wallet. At least according to Bhutan's Prime Minister, some of the value had already entered in the real economy.
We have used Bitcoin for health, to provide free healthcare, for our environment, but these are minor. The main use of Bitcoin has been to finance the salaries of public servants.
Meanwhile, DHI itself was reporting a strong financial result. DHI declared a dividend of 6.5 billion miltron to the government. In 2025, Bhutan committed up to 10,000 Bitcoins, which is worth roughly around 1 billion US dollar at that time, to support the long-term development of Gyelephu Mindfulness City, a city designed to create new economic opportunities and position Bhutan around sectors including technology, finance, and digital assets. While the rest of the world debated whether government should take Bitcoin seriously, Bhutan was already mining at a state level, and that's a much bigger deal than it sounds. Bhutan's state-owned investment company says Bhutan still retained well above 10,000 Bitcoins. So did Bhutan's Bitcoin gamble actually pay off?
That there is about 13K Bitcoin that Bhutan owns as a country. We knew that they had several mines.
Nico traveled to Bhutan, visited its Bitcoin mining operations, and spoke with people directly involved in the country's Bitcoin strategy. Nico's answer was surprisingly simple.
And I was there to talk about Bitcoin, but the word Bitcoin was not anywhere on the agenda, right? It was all blockchain, crypto, blah, blah.
Bhutan didn't just invest in Bitcoin. It invested in the future of digital infrastructure. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.